What is going on, traders? And this is the final strategy using the RSI and the block EA. Well, there are so many more, but pretty much these are the basic ones that we're gonna take a look into the EA. And in here, this is gonna be pretty much open. You can use yesterday's high or mid-level, but remember this is strategy number 1, or using the mid-level will be strategy number 2. But in here, pretty much what we're going to look for is only entering on retest only, okay? Retest entries. What is the retest entries? Is we're waiting for the block to happen first, and then what we're looking for is for the price to retest the block and then come back down again, okay, or up, you know, depending on what we're looking for. And then we're making sure the RSI is either above or below 50, and the daily candle or weekly candle, which again, this is an option. It's really optional. It's up to you. Just have to be careful, you know, not to let the EA do all the work. You know, if you need to really work along with the EA. So what is it that, you know, this is very open strategy, but because you have to choose either yesterday's high or mid-level. What type of block do you want to trade? And that's pretty much it. So how does this work? So very, very simple. We don't really right over here. So if you see this arrow right over here, this is a green arrow, meaning that this is a retest from here, okay, from this block. But we got many retests from this block, so meaning that when the price comes back inside this block, we wanted to, when it comes back out of it, we would like to re-enter the market. So this would have been one entry, and then the criteria is that the block had already happened below yesterday's low, pretty much. So that would be the first criteria. The second would be that the RSI, by the time when the candle closes above my block, we are above the RSI, and also that we are going along with the daily candle or weekly candle. That's again up to you. So this would have been one entry. This would have been a second opportunity to re-enter the market, and this would have been another opportunity right here, and then this would have been another opportunity. So in case you're sleeping or you come in the morning and you miss this one's over here, well, you still have other chances to actually get in the market again, okay? So this is the great thing about this, the retest, is that the market is coming back in here. It has not made a new low, so we still have a chance to re-enter the market a couple of times, okay? So I would have entered in here, it went up, it came back down again, and it finally gave me the chance. Or if I would have entered in here, well, this one nicely worked out and it went all the way up, okay? So retest entries are great. So right over here, if you see this candle, so we have retests on any, we can have retests on reversal blocks or the trend block. So if I extend this one, because this retest belongs to this red box right over here, okay? So if I make this big, so this was this was the initial entry of the block. The market comes back inside, right? It retested and it closed below the block again. So this would have been another opportunity right here, or the first retest with the candle closing below my RSI. This would have been one entry. Comes back in here, this would have been another entry right here, and this is perfect for those who like to scalp the market. And then right over here another opportunity, and right over here another opportunity. So we have many opportunities when the price closes below the block again, and then we're able to re-enter when the RSI is either above or below the 50 level, and it will either going with the daily candle or weekly candle. So these are right here. It's a great strategy to be able to re-enter the market again and again and again, okay? We are close to yesterday's high, which is acting as a nice resistance, and then our target profit should definitely be close to yesterday's low. If it makes a new low, beautiful, but you know, those who like to hold longer will be great, but if not, if you would have held, then the market would have bounced and come back to your re-entry right over here. Okay, so that's pretty much it when it comes down to retest entries. Okay, so do we get them all the time? Of course not. Like right over here, the market gave an entry and then it just shoot up all the way to the moon, and we never got a retest entry. So more or less retest entries is when the market is ranging most of the time, and then we get multiple opportunities to enter. But if not, then we would get let me see, look at pound dollar. Oh yeah, this is another example. If we don't use the trend block and we can use the reversal block, so let me just for right now see if I can delete this guy right here. So the initial entry for this reversal block was right over here, but it didn't really meet the criteria. The market comes back in here and then it gives me this candle that closes above my block, right? So the criteria is that we closes above the RSI, above 50, and then we're going along with the daily candle. So this would have been one entry. It comes back in here, and then it gives me another chance in here to re-enter, and then after that, boop, it went to the moon and it went to this take profit right over here. Okay, so this is beautiful. You know, retest entries are beautiful because pretty much what we're looking for is something like this. Okay, and if you can actually see, if you close above this, all these top fractals that are acting as a resistance, that's even better. But this is a perfect example of retest entry. So you can tell the EA, hey, listen, enter for me on retest only when the RSI is above 50. Also when going along with the daily candle, thank you very much, and enter for me whenever I want. So I would have made here an automatic and it would have done that for me. Okay, so you can set that as a strategy right there and then you're good to go. Here's another example that I want to show you. Right over here, I'm just trying to move this up. Okay, so let's go backwards just a little bit. Here's an entry that the EA made for me on a criteria for strategy, I believe number 2, because we were below the mid-level. But like right here, if I extend this, okay, if I didn't enter on this initial entry, the market comes back inside. We get another candle that closes below it, that is red, meaning that we're below the 50 moving up, the RSI, I'm sorry. Boom, that's one entry right there. And we get another chance right here when the market comes back inside my block, comes back outside with the red candle, and then from there was the one that was the winner, right? Boom, and right after that was great. So this is great. I mean, if you use it wisely, I mean, I really love this. And, you know, there are times when, you know, again, you just gotta, you know, the market is giving you everything right there. So that's pretty much with the retest entries. Right over here, we would have another one. You can extend it, you know, you can double click it and extend it so you can pretty much get what you want. Let me see if we can get another example on maybe gold. Okay, those for you who like to trade gold, this would be great. Okay, what do we got? So here's an example of a block happening. Okay, now we were extended on yesterday's high. But you see how the market just keeps on going higher because we are definitely overbought. But it doesn't mean just because they're overbought, meaning that, hey, now it's time to turn around. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that the market is going really on a strong trend to the upside and we should be careful, okay? So if we would have gotten an entry right here, but the RSI is what, above 50 still? And we are, again, you know, with the daily candle is going bullish, really strong. So, you know what? Thank you very much. I do not want to enter on that. So if I go backwards just a little bit, just to see if I can find any let me extend this box right over here. But this one, it didn't close above it because it needs to close above it in order to give me a retest. And you know, but if we were trading manually, we could have considered this as an entry right over here. Okay, tested the box, and then after that we would have gone in here. Let me see. I don't see any more. You know, we don't get them often, but when we do, we could more or less get a good profit out of that. Okay, so that's it. So if you have any questions in regards to this strategy, so it's very simple. You have to either choose yesterday's high or mid-level, you know, whether that it has been extended, or do you want to use it along with a trend. Do you want to either use M15 reversal or trend block, okay? And then you want to be able to choose retest, okay? So the way you choose that is right over here on, you go to the settings, and you go here, reversal block, and then you don't want the block entry, right? You want only retest, okay? So you can have retest entry, or you want both. I would suggest right now, if you want to do that strategy number 4, of course, would be retest entry, okay? And the other thing that you want to see, you want to maybe allow it up to 4. Sometimes we see that we have like 4 chances that we can meet that criteria, you know, where the market retests the box or the block. So you can say retest allowed, you know, up to 4 maybe, right? And then, you know, you would choose the other criteria based on what you want, you know, again, the RSI trend either above, you know, on the M15, or you want to choose a higher time frame, you can do that. If you want to go along with daily candle, weekly candle, it's up to you. But this is it. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Like the videos, subscribe, and join me on the Telegram channel so you can get better at trading, and I'll see you around.